Oh, right. Well, in the world of movies nowadays, especially Marvel movies, there seems to be an extreme lack of good, awesome quality entertainment and film out there. But we go back a little bit, we can find something truly spectacular. Things that are magical, incredible, and hard to believe that they were even fucking made in the first place. Well, of course, I'm talking about the movie Blade, the original in the series, and probably one of the fucking coolest movies that has come to fruition. Now, the movie is centered around a Marvel character and blah blah blah, superhero, this, that, and the other. But what's at the heart of Blade is a fucking awesome movie about an awesome character in awesome circumstances with an awesome villain and awesome cinematics scenes, and the whole thing is just fucking amazing. And it really goes to prove that these people, they were like, fucking fucking woke this, and diversity, and there's never been black characters. What the fuck are you talking about? One of the greatest movies of all time has a black male lead in it, Wesley Snipes as Blade. So all those people can just go fuck themselves because there's always been amazing black actors in not only one but two in this, because the female side character, Blade's sort of somewhat love interest, is fabulous in this as well. And this is the case of a movie that is just so amazingly made and so amazingly executed that coming back over a couple of years, and just to think of it, that there are people who haven't even seen this movie. It's truly an incredible movie, and hard to believe it has anything to do with Marvel, because Marvel comes out with consistent bullshit nowadays that make no sense and is so uninspired that they could really have taken a page from Blade's books. Now, I'd love to sit and gloat and tell you how this is one of the craziest, awesomest movies ever, but it does have some drawbacks. It's very dark. Some of the stuff is hit and miss. But I mean, obviously, honestly, this is a fucking incredible top tier movie, and really a shining example of what can be done with the superhero genre, and really what can be done with fucking movies in general. I mean, the main character is just so likable. Fucking Blade's awesome. His tools are awesome. The vampires are awesome. The little vampire society is awesome. The main character is fucking dope. I want to say that Frost is one of the coolest, most likable villains ever, and it's a shame we don't get more of them. Now, fucking bring him back somehow. You know, maybe in the fourth Blade movie starring Wesley Snipes, somehow Frost is brought back to life in some fucking genetic cloning experiment or whatever, and never really died because of the blood god. It doesn't matter. This movie leaks creativity, and the people that made it certainly had a creative mindset when they built it. Now, with the old new stupid Blade movie becoming just a fucking constant disappointment to people, and they could never replace Snipes. I personally believe he still got it in him. He made a tweet about it. I've learned not to get my hopes up with modern cinema, but I mean, just think of how awesome it would be if we brought the one, the only Snipes as Blade, someone who will never be replaced, no matter how hard they try. If they brought him back, a boy can dream. And kind of like the other movies, but we'll get into that later, even though Ryan Reynolds is kind of a dork and kind of pisses me off. But all the other movies are great too. Now, the the movie itself is great. Love Frost. Love all that there is to do in this movie. But I mean, something has got to be said for the opening cinematic of this movie. Now, picture yourself going into this movie with no knowledge of Blade or what it is, and just popping into a theater at the late 90s and checking this movie out, not really sure what Blade is, and just imagine the impact of this opening. So it has a guy with a super hot chick, and he's going to a fucking somewhere with her to live his extravagant life. You can tell he's just an everyday try to be cool guy, which makes it so much more epic. He has no idea what the hell he's in for, and they go into this kind of secretive back alley fucking rave, and man, what a scene! What a scene in cinema is this? It just, it's very dark, it's very brooding. Uh, the sense of it all is very sketchy, very grossy. It's amazing, and I would say that this first little section perfectly encompasses a very dark side of rave culture, of drug abuse, of horrible people who are just into sex and shit. And you get a sense of what these type of people are, and it leads into very well like the being vampires, being kind of creatures of the night that these people are, and it's a fantastic sequence. And I'm going through it here all with you. Now the guy kind of starts to get a little bit weird because he thinks he's being all cool, but he can tell that he's kind of the out crowd. You die from secondhand cringe from this poor dude, but I mean, it just adds to the wondrous effect of it because yeah, he's going through this dank place. We've all been, well, some of us have been there. You don't really feel a place at certain these places unless you're the in crowd, unless you're the cool dude. And you really get a sense that this is what this guy's feeling. He's feeling the pressure of being kind of a fucking left out loser. And it's pretty excellent, really, the way it kicks off. It just adds to the intensity of the movie, and then he starts getting kind of pushed around, and he feels as if he's kind of a loser, and then he comes across Frost. Oh man, I love Frost in this. He's such a fabulous character, and he just looks at him. And he's like he could fuck him up in no time because he's that vampire. He's that way. And as they're dancing and colloding around, he starts to get the sense that something's not up, not right, and he gets the blood kind of dripping on him. Another fabulous part. He's like, "What the fuck, blood?" It's weird. I didn't realize this at first, but there's a guy getting a blowjob, uh, one of Frost's goons there. Um, but all adds to the very overall mature essence of Blade, and I think that's what makes Blade so amazing. Is that it's quite truly a very, very, very R-rated type movie, and they could even go one step further in this because like parts of this are not overly, not super R-rated, but if they made just like a strict R-rated, full on gore, full on everything on a new Blade movie with Snipes, oh god, that would be amazing. Once the blood starts flowing, it actually is this really cool effect where everybody kind of looks demonic. It looks fantastic when they're all the vampires are all have that look in their eyes, and they're all just kind of going along with it. It's quite horrifying, actually. Um, Great scene, just an utterly great scene, truly spectacular. And it was only a matter of time before we got a hold of the way they introduced Blade in this is fantastic. It's truly fucking epic. It's just like the most epic thing you could ever imagine. I implore you to go watch Blade immediately after watching this video if you haven't seen it, because it's just a classic. It's a classic in movies. It's always going to be relatable. Um, the way Blade is in it is so badass. I mean, he's just the utter and ultimate badass. And when it kicks into him just starting to fuck up vampires, oh man, is it ever beautiful. Blade is an utter champ. Look at they all get all scared. So yeah, I mean, Blade, incredible movie. Just truly an incredible movie. I'm going to be reviewing all three of them because there's a lot of drama over the new Blade they're coming out with, which I think that everybody had about the same reaction as me when they got the news of the of Blade coming out. Is they were kind of all just like, really? I don't care about some other new Blade. Kudos to the actor or whatever. I mean, you just cannot step in those shoes, but you gotta let something rest. And I got to imagine that Snipes' questionable history has made him kind of a little bit of an outcast in Hollywood. Hollywood trying to get on that clean look of, not, the way that they are. But I mean, as far as diversity goes, I mean, here you have an actor who is stellar. who embodied a character that is a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Put him into Marvel and make an R-rated movie, you'll make bank. You'll make millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars of profit. Probably a billion if you made a sick Blade movie, Blade 4 or whatever. He pulls out katanas and he's chopping up vampires and it's Snipes back in his things, which Snipes could pull it off. I think he's a little older now, but if you play him as an older vampire hunter and he's got like a squad of young vampires and now they're going worldwide and all these new aspects of vampire culture, you'll make $1 billion guaranteed. So I don't know why they don't do it, but they're idiots. They have no creativity, so they don't like to make cool shit nowadays. And Blade is the coolest fucking movie you will ever watch, and it's super dope. And I'd recommend you watch it right now. Peace.